Hey everyone, and welcome back to our deep dive into ancient history. Today, we're journeying back thousands of years to the bustling cities of the Harappan civilization. Forget what you think you know about ancient life, because these people were master craftspeople, creating objects so beautiful and intricate they still fascinate us today. Let's explore the incredible skills and artistry of the Harappan. So, what kinds of treasures have archaeologists unearthed from these ancient cities? A whole lot. We're talking about artifacts made from a surprising variety of materials: stone, seashell, and all sorts of metals. Imagine workshops buzzing with activity, crafting tools, weapons, and even stylish ornaments from copper and bronze. But they didn't stop there. For the more luxurious items, they used gold and silver to create stunning jewelry and elegant vessels. Among the most eye-catching discoveries are the beads, weights, and blades. The beads aren't just simple little things. A task that would be challenging even with modern tools. How did they do it? It shows an amazing level of skill and patience. They were precisely calibrated, forming a uniform system of measurement across different cities. This tells us that trade and commerce were highly organized. One of the most iconic Harappan artifacts has to be their seals. These were small, usually rectangular pieces of stone, each intricately carved. Most of them feature a realistic depiction of an animal, like a bull, a rhinoceros, or even a unicorn-like figure. Above the animal, there's a line of symbols from the Harappan script, a language we still haven't managed to decipher. What were these seals for? Experts believe they were used like a signature or a company logo. A merchant might press their seal into a piece of clay on a package of goods to mark it as their own. It was a sophisticated system for branding and security in a world without written contracts as we know them. And let's not forget their pottery. The Harappans produced beautiful, high-quality earth. We've found many pots painted with striking black designs on a red background. These weren't just plain, functional pots. They were works of art. The designs often featured geometric patterns, intersecting circles, and even stylized images of plants and animals, like peacocks or piper leaves. This shows that beauty and aesthetics were important in their daily lives. They didn't just want a pot to hold water. They wanted it to look good, too. Now, let's contrast this with the earlier villages we've talked about. Did those Neolithic communities use metal? Not really. Their tools were primarily made of stone and bone. The widespread use of copper and bronze in Harappan cities represents a huge technological leap forward. This is the Bronze Age, in full swing. It meant stronger tools, more effective weapons, and a whole new world of creative possibilities for ornaments and vessels. This shift to metallurgy was a game-changer for the civilization. Think about this. Cotton. Evidence suggests that cotton was being grown and used in the region as far back as 7,000 years ago, at places like Melgar, a forerunner to the Harappan cities, and we have direct proof from the Harappan era itself. At the famous site of Mohenjo-Daro, archaeologists found actual pieces of cloth. They had survived for millennia, preserved because they were stuck to the lid of a silver vase and other copper objects. The metal oxides created an environment that prevented the cloth from completely decaying. How did they turn that raw cotton into thread? Archaeologists have found tons of what are called spindle whorls. These were little discs made of terracotta or a special material called faience, which is a kind of early glazed ceramic. A stick was inserted through the hole in the middle, and this simple tool, the spindle, was used to spin raw fibers into thread. Finding so many of these tells us that spinning was a very common household activity. People were making their own thread, which would then be woven into the cloth that has been found. So who was making all these incredible things? The perfectly cut beads, the intricately carved seals, the beautiful pots. The answer is specialists. A specialist is someone who is an expert in one particular skill. Instead of every family doing a little bit of everything, some people focused on just one craft. One person might spend their entire life learning how to perfectly cut and polish stones. Another might be a master potter, and another an expert in carving seals. Just look at the famous priest king statue found at Mohenjo-Daro. Look at how well the face is sculpted, the calm expression, and how carefully the trimmed beard and patterned robe are detailed. This wasn't the work of an amateur. This was created by an expert craftsperson, a master sculptor who had honed their skills over many years. This level of specialization allowed for an incredible jump in the quality and consistency of goods. It also suggests a complex urban society where people could trade their specialized skills for food and other necessities, rather than having to produce everything themselves. A big question remains. Who were these specialists? Were they men or were they women? The truth is, we don't know for sure. The archaeological evidence doesn't give us clear answers. It's likely that both men and women were involved in different crafts. For example, spinning thread with spindle whorls might have been a craft practiced by women, as it was in many other ancient cultures. On the other hand, heavy-duty work like quarrying stone or working in a hot metal furnace might have been done by men. But it's also possible that some crafts were open to everyone with the talent and training. Perhaps whole families specialized in a particular trade, passing skills down from one generation to the next. The world of Harappan crafts is a testament to the ingenuity, artistry, and organization of this incredible civilization. What do you think is the most impressive Harappan craft? Let me know down in the comments. And if you enjoyed this journey into the past, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next adventure. See you next time.